Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
For me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin, then we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
What fi go to eat no money, what fi at you, eat no at you. Could be money, miss away in the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them on the waste, my must have man to statue. Say me like a cashew, but bigger than a figure you. Take the spit of money, girl, and say that is not you. On the head, the man above end up, him a got a too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me,
300% free.
it burn me,
Garbage pile up the day.
it burn me,
Give the teacher them
it
raise.
burn me,
I see corruption
it
please.
burn me,
Mash down the people them house.
it burn me,
Every day appear arms out.
it burn me,
Appear money them a thief.
it burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin, and we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
Come me say dig up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in our fever. Member bowl honey and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start and people themselves.
It burn me,
Or they treat the market man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the cat man.
it burn me,
Or they treat the peanut man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the dirt man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat the son man.
it burn me,
Or them a treat policeman.
it burn me,
How them a treat soldier man.
it burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin, and we can't buy time. You can't for me again.
Stibby-dim day, stibby-dim day, stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening and welcome. The veteran journalist and court reporter Barbara Gale have been murdered. There was once upon a time, once upon should be emphasized, where there were certain categories of people in Jamaica who are immune from certain brutality, such as women, children, and the very elderly. Nobody Nobody has any joy these days to say that I will be spared from the hands of brutality. It's take all situation out there. Nobody is off the limit, or elderlies, or women, or children. Everybody in Jamaica is treated like a criminal or a gangster, regardless if we face law enforcement or if we face those lawless, barbaric criminals. We are all, as a nation, at the brunt of criminality. To my community party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, dear subscribers, commenter controls, good evening and welcome. Sorry about this morning. I honestly weren't in the mood. And Mr. Let's not push it. Just let me take the morning's rest and not push it. But anyway, I'm here, aren't I? Good evening to Instagram, TikTok, and of course, YouTube. Miss Marcia German, Veronica Francine O'Brien, over on TikTok, Kathy, Wayne, Tristan, Loren, good evening all and welcome. Good evening, Empress Debbie Jervis. Even though you haven't arrived yet, meet and teach. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Who else is here? Sharon Bernard, Sunshine. Good evening, Marcia Thomas. Good evening, Michelle Lewis Wilson, Christine Gilbert, RJ, Miranda Rodder, Colin James, Florence Hamilton, Laura Morris, good evening. Alton Levy, Estina Time, good evening. Sophia Hall, good evening, and welcome, Lady Bug, Carlene Richards, Paulette Lewis, Janelle Hogarth, good evening. Pauline Dixon, Ada James, Devon Bake. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Andrew, shame, Andrew Wholeness. I mean, can it really get worse than where it is at the moment? I be a corruption around the Prime Minister, past and present. Whoever the Prime Minister choose end up in a waffle of corruption. The very Prime Minister is in front the court fighting to protect himself from corruption. The country cannot continue like that, Prime Minister. The country cannot continue like that. The country shouldn't support you to bring Jamaica into such disrepute. But JLP, I'm going to talk to you a little more. Let's move on with what we have on our slide. And we've got our air in review. And thank you very much for being here with us throughout the year and our growth throughout the year, Kate M. We have put out 668 uploads for 2024. 11,600 of you commented. 17,500 of you over the year share the page. 102,000 of you like the page. And of course, 2 million of you view the page. And welcome to the 7,310 people that has come on board to the Global Television Group for 2024. Thank you all very much for your support. we look to finish the year on a high note and look to check off into 35 for more glorious event to come for us when Kate and Monica Hart on. But as we're saying, the veteran journalist was murdered, was killed in her home. We hope that the authorities, Abina Sarkodi, how are you? We hope that all the authorities, Pyro, can make sure a swift investigation is being carried out. And we are made aware of who carried out such brutality. And of course, those who carried out such brutality should, and ought to face the full force of the law. And we'd like to say condolences to Barbara Gale's entire family and corps, as well as the entire Gleaner family and the family within the court system that she would have worked with over the years. There's various tributes flooding in from various sector of our society, given what has happened. Richard Thomas, rather, Lawson Riley, good evening, Colin. Good evening. Christine Hyper, good evening. So we hope that Mocha and everybody else who is responsible for investigating and bringing those to books will make sure a swift investigation is done. But one may ask the question, as a veteran journalist, Sweeney, good evening, Ransford McQueen. As a veteran journalist, Michael Nepper, Rosemary Samuels, I wonder if Miss Gale has rustled any feathers. I wonder if Miss Gale was onto anything that would have rustled anyone's feather. One cannot help but to ask such question, Dwight Clark, in the society that we live, because you might never know what might just crop up and at what and any given time. Because as I said earlier, there was once upon a time when women, children, and the elderly were protected from such barbarity. No one now is off limit. That's how brutal, Maurice, that's how brutal it is in our society. That's how law enforcement has broken down in our society. That's how respect for each other's life and property has broken down in our society. We're in a hiding to nothing Jamaica. We are seriously on a hiding to nothing. The Mussolini family, Daphne Jackson, is back before us tonight. And remember, before we move on, we are running a boycott campaign against Lascochin and MoneyGram. Because in my view, MoneyGram is running a racketeering scheme on Jamaican people. And particularly during this Christmas, we should not and must not engage in MoneyGram scamming, as well as Western Union, because there's several scamming entities in Jamaica. You have the Leachin Bank, you have the Sagicor bank. Gonna notice all start is popping off over Sagicor. Another December, again, another Sagicor scandal, another Sagicor disgrace, another Sagicor scamming, another Sagicor fraud. Real sweet. How are you? Colin James. Another Sagicor fraud again. Everybody, we have to be careful, you know. Government and bankers. Government and bankers, as well as private sector. The whole of them, they are vampires, they're ticks and mosquitoes. The government, the private sector, and the private investors are ticks, mosquito, and vampire. They're all on a mission to suck blood. And suck blood do they not. Especially within the wholeness, botched up with corrupt official regime. Rosie D, good evening. This Prime Minister is botched up. Chrissy, good evening. Botched up with corruption and corrupt officials from all different angles. Spark, and I'm going to be brief and spark for now. Members of the whole, not spark, reach rather. Members of the whole already, they was saying the reason why they couldn't do anything much on the road them because of the tirade of rain that's been falling since Thingy rather, since Beryl, Raphael, and onwards. Is it not what they said? Tell me if I tell lie. Tell me if the reason why the delay for the reach, the spark, and all the other road project, the rain took the blame for it, isn't it? I wonder if Rhoda Crawford, Achievement Rhoda, good evening, Mrs. Achievement. Achievement Rhoda. I wonder if Achievement Rhoda was working during the rain or so little Achievement Rhoda had to do make the Rhoda reach project is winding down so fast. Lauren Taylor, Violet Watson, how are you? Merdella. I wonder if how much Achievement Rhoda never have to do, or Achievement Rhoda just walk and piss over the road like they've always done when them say them fix the road. Them piss over it, spray gas oil on it, and tell with the la 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 the road fix. But listen to Rhoda.
Day 3 of the REACH program. This is day 2 for Blue Mountain. We started the work on Saturday and we're back with the team. The residents are very excited. I'm really excited for them.
So what we're going to be doing right after we're finished here, we're going to head into the community of Waltham to begin works there. So Waltham will be the third road on this program. Remember I said earlier that this program has 4 areas: New Hall, Blue Mountain, Waltham, and Elgin. There's also a team currently in Elgin doing the prep work so that we can start laying the asphalt there tomorrow as well. So we are about to wrap up the REACH program and of course the Christmas fashion program that's still going on. So I'll provide some more updates on that later.
You look like I had not the quarter, Lord Jesus. The other hand, they might take fix the road, Jamaica. They might as well did ask and to come down there with our scissors. Because this you need a little bit of scissors in to trim down the edges them, don't you think? Advance? Wagwan so need a bit of scissors in. Because you have to scissors down the rough edge them, you know. You can't left the rough edge them and vase and scissors them down. Have mercy, dear Lord. How come road I get through so much so quick is a question to ask. How did road I get through so much work so quick? What road I do, what other MP are not doing, or what them did there? Why them use the rain when road did out their work? Road almost done, you know. Remember, Achievement Road has said. Achievement Road has said. Our Achievement Road, make we find Achievement Road and show no what Achievement Road has said. We don't want to tell lie upon them, you know. We want to talk what they say. Achievement Road says road improvement. You know the road that them a take hand fix and the road where Anvars use the scissors cut to fit. The road where Anvars take scissors and cut to fit. That's the road improvement she talking about. Housing solution, not quite clear on what she mean. Then she take government money, tell we how she help with educational and medical grant. And she go on to tell we say the money we donated to constituency development fund, we use it and build 9 house, go no. And that is my achievement that will go down in the history book as the youngest MP, Shauna Smith, the youngest female MP Browse to be elected to our House of Representatives. Her achievement is walking and fixing road with hand. At least, and better know, you know. And better know, and walk with one scissors to make sure that if anything needs to cut down, if the edge they need to straighten out, and can scissors the edge there and straighten it out and fix it. Tailor hand.
Songaribara. Oh yeah. Songo mbona wewe. Mbona wewe. Mobali nanga Kasongo yeah. Mobali nanga. Kasongo mbona wewe. Songaribara. Oh yeah.
Anybody want to open a new business? Stone cutting and dirt cutting is a new thing, and you know it's a new thing sell. So you can go get involved in a stone cutting and dirt cutting. Yeah? Stone cutting and dirt cutting sell. So I don't know why you are walk and fix road with hand while and have scissors. You know, see a fool woman. You know, make you come out and come walk and take things, tell we, and then turn around again and tell we say it's an achievement for you. How dumb is that, Rhoda? You do same thing, for we. You take it, tell we say, if I never me, I couldn't go to hospital. If I never me, I picking couldn't go to school. And then you still turn around and tell we say it's an achievement for you. Anyway, I don't understand. Maybe you will clear it up at a later date, my darling. Maybe at a later date you can clear it, because I'm still confused of how taking with business and tell we it's an achievement for you. That's the part where difficult for me, Rhoda. Very difficult. You remember why this thing flipping so fast? You would have remembered Matthew Hyde, who abducted and tortured his would have been ex-girlfriend now. He was sentenced today to 13 years. Over 13, I think about 13 years and 9 months. They played the mental health card. It really, in this circumstances, did not work. This year one yesterday, St. Thomas people, wake up, wash your face and rub on your eye. Wake up and rub on your face and wash on your eye. I think I did see that one day, real sweet. Listen here. And something else, you hear? From Andy go all the way a girl and they go walk and cry to the water. Me give over pan Ann from them time then. I found them time the Daily Clock. Good evening. I found them time that me give over pan Ann vase. From me say Ann vase walk all the way a girl and they go take up water in her hand. And I cried that this is the water where Jesus walked on. And it looked like the part of the water was stupid and take up. Jesus put chuck. Did another part that's and have to bust out a cry. Whenever see somebody fool backwards so yet, talk truth. Whenever see somebody fool so yet, it looked like they take up Jesus' footprint in her hand. Never mind. But Brittany Brenton, how are you? This year one year in. Because every day him come out, just walk and grin like a conk and dog. So whatever Nesta is grinning about, I haven't got a clue. But every time you say Nesta, it reminds you of conk and dog. Because I go conk and dog grin so. But them a come sweet no up St. Thomas people. Them realize say them in a trouble around the country, but them in a trouble at St. Thomas too. So them a run come sweet no up where I go fix road, where I go Anjo. You see just like how the good economy fall down upon you, and the road them mash up and bust up and pop up upon you, and have where walk and swim, dead and crash in a pothole, Prime Minister. Your $50 billion is not going to do anything to solve the craters and swimming pool and gully where we have to maneuver where we are through to get where we're going. So here next time them what said, the government of Jamaica undertaking a $30 million road rehabilitation project to restore reliable access to Windsor Forest and Hagley Grip in St. Thomas. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. I hope a minister in there, sir, because Nesta in there, Matthew in there, with responsibility for work, Nesta Morgan highlights the broader impact of the initiative, stating this investment in St. Thomas demonstrates the government's continued dedication to enhance rural infrastructure and bridging the gap for communities island-wide. Reliable road access is a convenience and a luxury everyone deserves. Hey, them just find out. Welcome, Nesta. Welcome, Lord Jesus. Welcome, Nesta. Nah, then just find out. When I just find out. But when I ask, we believe, because when I just walk and find out, when I want we believe, okay. All right. Projects like these enable residents to build stronger connection, seize new opportunity, and drive Jamaica progress forward. And the article go on and they go on to their economic growth and blah the mouth. Because the Prime Minister's galangin is everything you do must lead to economic growth and job creation, says the Prime Minister, Norman Ferguson. Wagwan, bro. Economic growth and job creation, says the Prime Minister. Even if you're not thief, even if you cannot account for $3 trillion, even for 2 terms, if you have not submitted your appropriations account, it must lead to economic growth and job creation. Even if you detour the people of Westmoreland Water to multi-million-dollar hotel and deprive them of water, it must lead, he said, to economic growth and job creation. Even if we cannot get control of the crime, and we have to massage the crime figure to fool the people that crime is on the downward trend, even though they cannot see it, even though they cannot feel it, even though every time they turn the papers and listen to the TV and the radio or listen to Popeye or others, there is another murder, another few murder. But the government have you believe that crime is down. Dong, says the government. Nothing where you hear them talk. No go so, says the government. Mix up the flag of them, mix up. A mix up integrity commission, mix up. Because everybody at PMP, why they take set palmy? Because them bad mind, why them take set palmy? How so do a prime minister when so much people around you, more and more is getting caught in the trap of your scams and your criminality, Prime Minister? Make it make sense. Make it make sense that you're leading a clan Prime Minister, that you not have integrity, them not have integrity, and you expect us to believe, oh, I just mix, them a walk and mix me. Them a target me. Oh, me getting at this, yeah. This have nothing to do with me, says the Prime Minister. So you want us to believe then, Prime Minister, that the people around you that you have employed, appointed, and all that judge Prime Minister, and they are in breach. You mean nothing falls back to you, who the buck stopped with as the leader of the country? No blame for you, Prime Minister? That is what Andrew Holness want to have all of us believe. Not no go so. A target me. They are targeting the Prime Minister. And we shouldn't. I walk on target with Prime Minister like that. We should never do that. Let us move on with our slide. The $3 trillion Prime Minister. The $3 trillion. You can't threaten me, you know. You can't back me off for talking about this, you know. You can't threaten me enough to run with a story, you know. You can't tell me, say, to fix you up a different way. You can't tell me, say, I know so you go. You can't come to me, come and tell me, say, this started with the People's National Party. Because all I would tell you, Prime Minister, within your first term, you had the ability to correct the outstanding of the People's National Party, the Easy Turf World. and get your accounts in order. The fact that you haven't had your accounts in order for 8 years, 9 years going Prime Minister, you cannot come here and blame the PNP say for them last 3 years or 2 years they didn't have their books in order. What you hear, Segoso? If that's the game, Prime Minister, we wouldn't have to take blame for anything. We could just push it off on our predecessors, isn't it? We could just walk and push off problem on our predecessor. But Prime Minister, the problem, why I'm asking you if you don't have no shame, corruption and lack of integrity, you're just mobbed by it. Monica Wills, Keith Matthews. It just bug you down, Prime Minister. I mean, it's like you have a bungle of corruption and integrity issue walking with on your shoulder. No, too much of on Prime Minister is up in front of the court at the moment. You have you up in front of the court trying to silence the Integrity Commission, strike out legislation and all that because you don't want to be probed for corruption. Previous to Prime Minister, 2 years ago, you were referred to for prosecution, even though your nearest and dearest them block it and do something otherwise in ears. It come Prime Minister Dalrymple step down over corruption and come back in a corruption and is going forward for trial for the same corruption and sticky fingerism that seem to plague your leadership, Prime Minister. A sticky fingerism seem to plague your government. Dalrymple shouldn't have returned. Dalrymple should have waited until she got through the whole legal process. But she come back with the same old stain that she left with. That shows, Prime Minister, you as a leader, the party has no integrity. We don't plan to lead with integrity. We don't only plan to lead with optics and planning to fool the people. Because Dalrymple resigning was just to pull a wool over with her because you wait a year and add until you want to bring her back. You had a by-election. You never do it when you could have put somebody else in place. You wait until you think the nation forget about it. Then you bring back the same criminal who is in front of the court at the moment, fighting to hold on to stolen goods. Run Wonders, how are you? Then Prime Minister, Bushum Basham Beng, fingerism again, Prime Minister. Worrell Reed and his co-accused, Kim and Pinnock. They're all up in front of the court again. But I have problem with the justice system with regards to Worrell Reed. Why is it that we haven't had a trial date set for Worrell Reed and we're going back for plea and case management hearing? After all this time of this case taggering on. Fix Pinnock and Worrell Reed, we should be in front of the court asking prosecutor if they're ready for trial or defense if they're ready for trial. A trial date should have already been set. The question to ask, who is not ready in this case? Is it the prosecutor not yet ready, or is it the defense? Who is holding up the trial? Or is their order coming from on high to delay until time has passed? The usual phrase. The usual time has passed. Bull malarkey. What a disgrace of a government, Prime Minister. So much people with fingerism problem. Durant Clark. So much finger problem in your leadership, Prime Minister. Oops, there's it. Your wife is also up in front of the court fighting over land where she hold and stretch out like elastic to get more out of it. How come someone, like the last week hard breeze, come back again? How come so much of in a one party, in a so much integrity issue? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to silence people for the truth. What the other criminal there? Before we got to wicked thief in Joe Biden. See there? Again, Leslie Campbell. Same thing, Prime Minister. This is another integrity debacle on the Prime Minister. Norman Brown, you're so everybody surround you. You're like a Donald Trump. Remember Donald Trump first term Prime Minister. So much people who was hinged to Donald Trump went to prison or end up in legal fracas. Isn't it the same thing we're seeing with Andrew Holness? If all the people around Andrew Holness was to be prosecuted for their corruption and their looting and shooting of the public budget, this would be worse than a Donald Trump's government, wouldn't it? We're led by criminal Jamaica. A dynasty of corruption, as Pirate Prime says. A dynasty of corruption. But before we chat along, I want to bring to you an information where a young man in the Caribbean and a young man in Ghana is speaking on the issue of Jamaica. And please listen carefully, Jamaica, how you were seen then as to how you are being seen now, and the advice they have for the young people in Jamaica. Because the world are watching Jamaica. The world is watching us. Even from a distance, the world are watching. Jamaica, we need to straighten up. Hold on, becoming library full. I have to play this via so
that I promise. I got play the one from the Caribbean National first.
Right, we're going to listen to this and then we come back on the other side. Listen carefully, and if you share it with young people, because they need to hear this. And thanks to Exclusive Media News for putting this forward, because as a country we need to hear it, and Jamaica young people need to hear it, especially those over TikTok that are taking the country down the same street that Andrew Holness is taking it. They need to hear how Jamaica was looked at and how Jamaica is looked at now.
First. Now, I go play the two video footages that I promise. I go play the one from the Caribbean National first. Let me warn you that the one from the Ghanan, the man from out of Ghana in Africa there, use a couple curse words well in a few months. So if you have a child in the room and you wish to send them from the room for the one day, you can do so. But the curse words them way him use, they were used understandably. So when you listen to it, you will understand why my name have a problem with the curse words them use. So I want you to listen to these two persons. One, as I stated, is a Caribbean national and the other is a Ghanaian from out Africa. And this is how passionate many others like them feel about Jamaica, who back in the days, them used to look to Jamaica to set the trend for others follow. But now, boy, may I tell them, my peeps, I never even know which part we lost. Total darkness. But anyway, listen.
As a West Indian person, it really burns me to say this. But Jamaica, you are our big brother. Jamaica is the trendsetter of the Caribbean. Whatever Jamaica does, the rest of the Caribbean countries try to emulate it. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it is the truth. But you want to know what also is the truth? The reason why Jamaica is the way it is right now is because y'all support individuals and not country. Before y'all come for me, let me explain why I said what I said. Y'all come on this app every day and y'all give y'all favorite TikTokers tens of thousands of dollars, whether it's Rebel, Swissy, Quiet Perry, World Dog. Y'all give them tens of thousands of dollars every day, no complaints. Y'all hard-earned working money. And y'all wouldn't do that for your community. And you know that whatever money you give to these individuals are going to be cut in half. So if you sent $500, they're only going to get $250. But then you complain about paying the fees for Western Union to send money to your family. Let that make sense. They are ranking every week, which means they got to collect over 10,000 US dollars from you almost every week, and you do this religiously. When I see this, I see power. I see the opportunity for you as Jamaicans to take back your power and independence from the government. The same government that does nothing for y'all. The same government that y'all complain about all the time. And y'all have the power to do so. Because if you can let somebody collect $10,000 every week from you for nothing, imagine putting that into your community. Y'all can realistically build a home for an individual every week. Y'all can literally start an apartment complex for low-income people in Jamaica, people who need it in Jamaica, if y'all can collect $10,000 US every week, because that's 40,000 US dollars a month. That is almost $500,000 US dollars that one person gets in a year. You telling me you can't put that into your community and start the change that y'all need? And the reason why I'm asking y'all to do this is because I know if Jamaica does it, the rest of the Caribbean is going to follow. Because like I said, y'all are the Mecca. Y'all are the big brothers of the Caribbean. You do it, the rest of us will follow. The saddest part about all this is you don't even realize that you're paying for your oppression. Because every time you send a gift, you send half of your income to the same people who have colonized Jamaica and the rest of all of these Caribbean countries. You're funding your destruction and you don't even realize it. Every time you send a gift, half of that money goes to your oppressor. And they're not buying jewelry. They're not buying these expensive cars. They're not spending it on parties. They are literally buying your country right from under you. They are buying land. They're investing into businesses. They are owning construction companies. They are doing everything that you are supposed to do with the same money that you are giving them. Think. Jamaica is too rich of a country naturally for it to be so broke economically. Y'all as Jamaicans have the power to change that because I've seen it on TikTok.
Yeah, man, come here na Jamaica youth. I want done. Jamaica youth, I want done. Uno sell out Jamaica. Uno bomb buckler sell out Jamaica. Uno make them. Uno turn Jamaica in a cemetery. Uno turn Jamaica in a dead man country. A dead man town. I want done. Uno bomb buckler Jamaica youth. You don't have to kill a man. You don't have to shoot a man. For shoot say you're a bad man, brother. And if you go take a nice man life, you sure say you're a bad man, brother. Pussy, cause I don't know Jamaica youth. Now for no go and mad, you know, no go and insane, you know, no mad out, you know, Jamaica youth. And no make Jamaica get out and bomb clot. And no much so much blood shed in the country, you know. No. I don't know. I don't know. Jamaica with a billions of country I look up to. See what going in Jamaica. Every day a next man, a man a die from out a gunshot. I don't know Jamaican youth. I don't know. Now people don't know Jamaica for its music or content. People know Jamaica because so much badness and so much gunman in Jamaica. I turn Jamaica in a dead man turn at cemetery. Pussy, I don't know. When you lose it, you know, when you sell up Jamaica. When you sell up Jamaica, Peter Tosh talk about it and Bonnie Wheeler talk about it. Culture talk about it. So we want peace and love and unity in the dancehall. Peace, love, unity in the dancehall. I want so much bloodshed in the dancehall. Dancehall badness, and lyrically badness, and musically badness. Dancehall badness, and me say if you go take a gun and go shut after your brother, man. Pussy clot. You don't love one another. I want to one love. I want to unity. I want to togetherness together. Jamaica. Somebody have to stand up for Jamaica, you know, because Jamaica mashed down. Jamaica turn a dead man town now. No surviving in Jamaica. Too much gunman in Jamaica. Everyday flicker boss Jamaica. Thousands of youth will die out a gunshot Jamaica. Pussy club, but you can't fight, you know, economy, you can fight the white people and free the land, you know, shoot after you black brother. Pussy, I don't know, you know, mad out Jamaica youth. You know, mad out Jamaica, you know, sick and you know, head Jamaica youth. You know, shit on glass Jamaica youth. You know, shit in a place Jamaica youth. I don't know, go and fuckery, you know, sell out Jamaica. You know, sell out Jamaica. These no what pussy clot. You know, sell out Jamaica, my youth. You know, mash down Jamaica. Yeah, man, I tell you, say, Jamaica not for you alone, you know, brother. Jamaica not for you alone, brother. Because Jamaica, for the whole of week, remember when you first come from Africa before you reach out to Jamaica, you see me? So we know the history, and Jamaica come like a history book for the whole of week. Jamaica is a history book for every black man. Every black man read about Jamaica, know about Jamaica, and learn about Jamaica. That make the whole of we have love for Jamaica, you know. You see me? And that make the way that we have love for Jamaica, not for one who come from out of Nigeria and Ghana. And that make somebody like Ras Henry come from out of Ghana have deep love for Jamaica. And from here, I mean, from me, I look at you, I never feel like saying me a Ghanaian, you know. I feel like saying me a Jamaica reincarnated in a Ghana. If you come do a great work, John open the youth. You see me? John know say the youth are strong. That make him call upon the youth. You know, say we are Talawa. You see me? We can't do it. And we alone can do it, you know. And we alone can do it. You see that generation, yeah. And we alone can do it, you know. Then I need to be a Jamaican to fight for Jamaica. Because the way that we are Jamaican spirit. You see me, the way that we are black man, the way that we are one. We are one before. And we can still be one. We can still come together and be like first. And be like we ever be. You see me? Yeah, man. So Jamaica not for you alone. Jamaica for the whole of we, the whole of black people, every black man know about Jamaica, and Jamaica come like a history book for every black man for read and learn. You see me? So we know where we know. You see me? We not ask Christ. You see me? Big up yourself. Much love and respect to the item always. You see me? Heart I love. You see me?
Some peeps, more than
The important way for me in what he said, Jamaica is a history book for black people. Jamaica is a history book for black people. That's how. Thanks be and teach later, yeah. Markland Fagan. Taurus King 13. What go on, bro? That's how Jamaica was seen when it comes to inspiration for freedom fighting, Jamaica was the look to and the go-to place. When it comes to standing up for human rights and justice on the international scene, Jamaica was the it country when it comes to that. The forefront of apartheid and many other rebellions. Look at Jamaica now. The world is asking us what Jamaica has happened to you. What is happening to the young people of Jamaica? Jamaica, he said, has become a cemetery. Blood, he said, is running in Jamaica. The world is watching Jamaica. The world is watching us. The world is watching the corrupt and tainted leadership that overshadows our country. The world is watching. But because Andrew Holness will do the US bidding, we won't see an indictment of Andrew Holness like we saw in the Bahamas of recent. Because, of course, Andrew Holness is doing the bidding of the United States in Haiti. So, therefore, it's either the jumpsuit or Haiti. Which do you choose, Andrew Holness? I'll go to Haiti, sir. I don't know which prime minister would be asked to come to Washington and give the name of drug dealers, and then the leader tell it to the news that this is what I'm going to Washington to do. Prime Minister, that is where we see that something was wrong. You know, there's something wrong with that, Prime Minister. The fact that you have to tell us that you're going to Washington to give the name of drug dealers. You don't know if we might not go focus on something else, because once you come tell me that, we know there's something else you're trying to distract me from. If that was the case, Prime Minister, that could have been done via diplomatic cable or through embassy contacts. You don't have to fly all the way to Washington to give that information. Unless, Prime Minister, when you gave that information, you would have been questioned under oath by a special prosecutor, DOJ prosecutor, or the FBI. Which is it? Because it cannot be that just to go give name of a few drug dealers. You have to fly to Washington to do so. Or if that was the case, I don't see why you have to tell it. This is what I'm going to Washington to do. It really don't make sense, Prime Minister. As much of what you do really doesn't make much sense. But I want to ask the world police something. Mind people business America. Mind people business America. America, we know what's happening in everybody's backyard. For a few weeks now, there's things going on in your skies, America. There's things flying around with in your skies, which have people nervous and jittery and not knowing what is going on. Is it a case, America, where you know what is going on? It may be that you're testing your new military, whatsoever they are, flying around in the air. Or is it that you really don't know what is going on in the skies above you? even though everybody backyard, Asia, Middle East, Caribbean, and Africa, America can tell you what is going on. What is happening in your skies, Joe Biden? Because the citizens sound not talking to them. Them said DOJ, not DOJ, DOD and FBI, now talk to them. What is happening in your skies, America? Because just like how you go all the way space, go know things, you left fan down here so, and you go take one source of flag pan the moon, all the way to the moon you go in America. You went all the way to the moon, and all you could have carry go up there, go take pan the moon is a flag, America. And let a young road a graduate same time. That's uno can achieve mall and sand and cement. You go all the way a moon. You carry flag, go there, and you never pick up a stone off of the moon carry back with you. Not a stone, you know. But you go there, and you carry flag, go tick up pan there. And you never take up a rock stone carry back with you. But you see to wear fool, America. You see to do all the way a backside whole fool. We will go and play the fool. So we're fool, you know. And we don't afraid to play the fool. And one thing we do. We will play the fool good and we will play it gladly. Come to take with the idiot. And Tuno says we act like idiots. Tuno says we act like idiot, America. We don't have it right down in a book. Say, art you, we fool them. But whatever is going on, you know, it's going to be exposed. If you know a lie, we're going to know. And if you don't know, we're going to know. But a mind game is being played with the people of the United States at the moment by governance and elected official. This wicked, cruel Biden and his regime is lying to the American people. Because if I did space there, Joe Biden would have go find out a way be and can't tell you no. They ain't got moon, they ain't got Mars, they ain't got this, they ain't got that. Then take up flag yasso, then take up flag deso. Then take up flag yasso, then take up flag deso. But they never pick up a stone. Which part of the bury the flag, you know? Wanna kneel down and bury the flag. One stone must be there if you take up a one handful of dot. But no, when you just take up the flag and you say, all right, we take up the flag, we conquer up here because I just colonization of no problem, you know. I just colonization of no problem. This is why America fall. This is why America has fallen. They may have fool and say they not fall yet. It's because America want to colonize everywhere, air, land, and sea, and underground. This is why America spends most of its budget in war and colonization rather than spend it to make America what it was when America was leading the industrial race on this country. And then you want to come and say to China, you're a threat to me. Why did you focus so much of your effort on war and bloodshed, you genocidal narcissist? Why did you spend so much of your time and budget in the military-industrial complex, going around this planet America, creating mayhem and genocide, and then you want to tell China that you must not industrialize yourself to become more powerful than I am? When you waste your time, America, all you're doing, impoverishing people and causing bloodshed and disaster and destruction to other economy. Who does America think they are? You do not have the moral code, America, to speak to anyone. You and Andrew Holness is as dirty as each other. America. Speak the truth. Speak the truth. When they're not getting far with the lies, the era that we are living in America, we're not going to get away with the lies. So speak the truth, oh. Speak the truth. I'm not too lie and wicked. Hold on there. During the project debate, so in 2009, Audley Shaw argued in the, hold on there, in 2008 budget, in 2009 budget debate, Audley Shaw argued, this is the same removing tax from the gratuitous payment or whatever it's called. Audley Shaw signaled his intention to abolish the tax-free gratuitous. Oh, so he argued in 2009 to abolish the tax-free gratuity. So it was them who push taxing tips and them something there. So I hope this wicked one, the lollipop face one, don't use it to say, oh look, we have removed tax from gratuity, because on the same one did push it on the people. Well done. Good evening. Good evening. Let's look at cost of living in Jamaica. And after we look at cost of living, we're going to look at reaction from Jamaica Labour Party supporters in response to the 3 trillion unaccounted spending.
Happening in Jamaica.
Inside Marjorie Lewis's refrigerator, 2 onions, a little seasoning, and that's not expected to change. Many families will gather around the table for Christmas, but for the last 5 years, this family has been missing out on the festivities.
I was married for 20 years, and gunman come and kill my husband who used to help me. And from them killing me, I have a struggling, buy food some of the time.
The pain of his loss echoes, much like a silent night without a star. With Christmas right around the corner, the holiday that once brought light to her family is a harsh reminder of loss and hardship. Marjorie is a day's worker. On average, a day's worker earns between $4,500 to $5,000 per job. But of late, they're slow to come by, and with the rising cost of food, she can barely make ends meet to take care of her family.
You can't buy a piece of potato because everything there at town. When you go out and look at something in the sky, so we can't buy the mutton off $1,000 a pound. I feel like about $1,500 a pound. One bread now, $600 for one bread. 1 pound of chicken back at home was, and then $2.50 for a pound of chicken back. 1 pound of chicken was, some of them $4.50 was $500. All poor people are survive.
Like a child waiting by the tree for a gift that never comes, she has been left waiting for help that never arrived.
Me go ask this morning, scare 2 letters up about the house and thing, and me not get a response. Me go buy food for the poor, me not get a response either. Me go down a part, me not get a response either. Nobody busy, nobody again. We hear your story, you know. But when you write them down in a book, write them down in a book. Listen to you, write them in a book, you know. But when the help come, nobody busy, nobody again.
This experience has led her to believe
it was for the rich and not for the poor, because the poor cannot afford it.
While her husband's legacy is visible from the outside of her home, that's where the comfort ends. The interior tells a different story. A crammed shared bedroom with no bathroom. Marjorie and her family are forced to walk to nearby bushes to use this one. Several packs packs of pills are all around her as she struggles to cope with depression. Drinking water, a mosquito hub. In the face of all her struggles, there's only one thing she truly desires.
The biggest wish is Christmas. Me don't want food.
At a popular supermarket I visited, the cheapest whole chicken cost $1,549 plus tax. On average, 1 pound of rice cost $179. Red peas, $438. Lettuce, $1,108. 2 tomatoes, $289. And a bottled drink, $302.66. Marjorie has been opting for the cheaper protein.
I use flour and rice, till mackerel and chicken mackerel lip and tomato.
On average, it costs $672.36 per pound. The imported version, $472.20. In part 2, we'll speak with vendors, consumers, and businesses navigating the cost of this Christmas.
Jamaica is in a cost of living crisis. They would have you believe, though, that the government have substantially raised the minimum wage. But the high cost of living have cancelled out anything meaningful within the minimum wage. Let's look at how Andrew Holness supporter Sharon Pearce is reacting to the $3 trillion heist of our country's purse.
Rascal, looking at my place. Eh? Me a vote for Mr. Robbie Badman. Mr. Robbie. See it there? This man a come in and I still support him. Me no violate no man Badman. This man a come in and I can't hear from blood clot him. See it there? The reason why my blood clot rake stick, my broomstick a red Badman. Because I couldn't get a green stick. All the thing were killing mosquito Badman. Looking at my place. Looking at my place now. Eh?
For TikTok, he's referring to Andrew Holness and Matthew Samuda.
And then you go against this country. Look on him, man. You can't read. Bomb buckler. Look on him. You can't read, you know. Eh? You want to go against this country, brother, and feel like you don't have to survive. I know you can't spell bad, man. Don't look on it. Bomb buckler good. See it there up to I watch me plate them a green. No man give me a cup and a green, bad man. Look on it, green. Eh? Green. Up to me cool my blood clot green. Me plate a green and me drink my soup out a bad man, eh? Look, me as a man, me believe, look here, up to me blood clot, plate clot, them a green. And see it there? Me beg them look a work. Work around me not get none. So me a punk. Eh? Whole on a pussy youth. Una pussy look there. For sure you me a labor right. Me nah hitch up round a man. Miss Diana the realest labor right. Me know bad man. Me a tell you that straight. Miss Diane, I want a realest blood clot labor right. You see me shiny, you see she? And me got this. Them say enough blast feel bad man and say Ray, but me say she and me God. And me general. From me blood clot Robbie gone bad man, me no see no labor right out the pussy. All some of the boy we are run around the politician, them man a fight against you bad man. Like some man no fi make no money, I wanna alone fi make money. Bad man, me beg on a work. I work me blood clot beg on me have a little weed worker when a good bad man. Me have to barely a work. I wanna have road work around. I wanna give some pussy where they live per man lane. Me live at Church Street and the man them where I get the work don't live at Church Street. The man them from Water Lane where I get the blood clot work, you know, come from Water Lane. So I'm to you them a Water Lane. You them a Water Lane are hungry. They don't want money. Bad man, me tell you this man. Me vote for labor right too much blood clot time, bad man, and me get tired of this in a youth. Fix things, I hear? You know, fix things. You, what say you take? You, boy, me a chat to. Me not grow anything. Me a bad man. I mean a response a bomb rascal youth, I hear? Me no care ya who. Fix things, bad man. Because Shiny used to fix things. I hear Shiny used to make him people them get red. Me soon all clean up the gutter and no clean the whole ghetto. So PMP live around there. Or the bomb buckler to no go get PMP if you vote for no. Clean up the gutter everywhere. Fix everywhere bad man. If the road broke, if the road fuck up, you no fix everywhere you would. You go clean part I get one you no clean part. Because a labourer live at one part. Don't be a pussy youth, me a real labourite youth. The amount of time I vote, me can prove that to you. I make you a chance. See me G, look. Him honor me G. Him honor me bum buckler G. Looking at me place, bad man. Look. All you can read me, I say, look again, that place is a better place. And you get the most fight. We live in a great place called Jamaica, bad man. All my cup, I go and burn up them bum buckler, brother, if you don't fix things. Fix things here. Because I don't know, man, I'm a labor right, I get work, but I'm grown and I don't get no work. So me, if you hungry, I might pick me for dead. Man, watch me, I don't fix things here.
The voices of discontent and wholeness, they are getting louder and louder. And these Andrew Wholeness are not independent voices. They are voices within your camp. Matthew Samuda, you've just been elected to the representative. And this JLP member, Matthew Samuda, is accusing you of cleaning the gully only in the JLP community, but refuse to do the same, Matthew Samuda, in the People's National Party community. It is your own JLP supporter, your green man. It is your very own green man is calling you out. Sharon Peart, Evan Bradford, Isilda Williams, Dorothy, Elliot, good evening, good evening. It's a crying shame and a disgrace. Isilda, it's a crying shame, Patricia Matthews, how are you? It is a crying shame and a disgrace. The state of our country and the state of governance in our country, the corrupt, the crookedness, the criminality that takes over our country. God help where Jamaica really ends up. And I want to say to the Jamaica Labour Party, shortly after the local government election, we saw where Mark Golden took a leap ahead of Andrew in the poll to about 5 to 6% ahead of Andrew. The most recent poll, he jumped 7 to 9% ahead of Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness has had continuous rumbles of lack of integrity and a high concentration of corruption. Brenda Elson, Ruby Bernard, good evening. A high concentration of corruption, low on integrity. Do you think Andrew Holness from here, given what we know, given where his credibility is at now, do you think you can really make a third term with Andrew Holness? You remember when Mr. Seaga became unpopular and unelectable, and Mr. Seaga held on to power. You remember what happened to the party? It was out in the wilderness for almost 2 decades. And a feather is still rustled by it, because everything only went back to that 18 years. If you care about the party, leave the country out of it now because it's tribalism. Are you prepared for the party to go under with Andrew Holness? Or are you seriously convincing yourself that the impossible will become possible? Andrew Holness' credibility and electability can be revived in time to be successful at the general election. Labour Party supporters must answer that question to themselves, or they won't be able to blame anybody when the general election is called and the nation voted, because the nation is fed up. The nation wants a change. You'd think the nation is willing to continue with what Andrew Holness has to offer. Be the nation's guest. Thank you very much for being here with us this evening on the Global Television Group. It was lovely to have your support. Arlene Foster, how are you? It was lovely to have all of your support on the Global Television Group. Join us right back here tomorrow morning for the People's Point of View. Let me see if I've missed anything in my video library that I was meant to bring forward. Let me see. Come on, thingy. Oh. Let me see. But I think I bring those videos that I prepared this evening. Let me see. I did that. I did that. I think I did all. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for being here with us tonight. Join us back tomorrow morning and make sure to hit the like button, you know, because sometimes I can't even bother quarrel with you, kind of raise my blood pressure. But I don't know the like button there. Make sure to hit the like button so the program can continue to grow. Thank you and good night to everyone.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.